Hi everyone, it's me, Arielle, and it's Wednesday Warriors. And this Wednesday's topic is holding yourself accountable, how to do this, what it means, etc. So this is a smaller topic in the whole week's topic, which is taking responsibility for yourself. So glad to be able to touch on this. Okay, holding yourself accountable. This is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's a really, really easy concept and people just kind of throw it away like it's either insignificant or it doesn't matter. It's too hard for some people, so they just think I can do everything else but hold myself accountable and I'll be able to make progress in recovery. I don't think that's true. You really have to take responsibility for yourself because if you don't, nobody else is going to. No one else is going to hold you accountable. You can ask them to help you, of course. Some people will try to hold you accountable, but really it always is going to come right back around to you. So you don't want to forget that. It's a really important piece. It's key. Set small goals. That's the first tip that I can give you on how to hold yourself accountable. Set small goals. I'm an ANAD eating disorder support group leader, as a lot of you guys know, and one of the things that I do in group is I end every single group meeting with what's your goal for the week, which means we basically go around and everyone has a goal for the week that they hope to achieve so that when they come back to the next group, they can talk about whether they have achieved it, what might have gone wrong, and they'll be able to set a new goal for the next time. And this is something that I think of as a small goal because you basically want to set a goal until the next time. It's not something like, it's not something huge. It could be something like, if this is something you struggle with, something like, I hope that I will try to eat lunch every day this week or something like that. It could be even smaller than that. It could be, I will try to eat lunch today because you don't typically eat lunch. It doesn't have to be something huge. I don't want it to be something huge. I want it to be something attainable. I don't want it to be something that you can easily do or you know that you will end up doing anyway. It has to at least be a challenge for you so that you can try to achieve this goal. But it should be small. It should be something that you are able to do if you put your mind to it, but that you will find somewhat of a challenge. So in holding yourself accountable, you really need to set small goals like that. You can tailor them to where you are at in your recovery. You can tailor them to your specific eating disorder. You can tailor them to just your needs at any given time. They don't have to really be eating disorder related. For example, if something gives you a lot of anxiety, you can say, I will try to do one thing that gives me a lot of anxiety. That doesn't necessarily relate directly to your eating disorder, but it can really help you in recovery. It can really help you as a person. It can really help you to hold yourself accountable. And no matter what goes on in my group, that's the one thing that we always make sure to discuss. It's the one thing that I never want to leave a group without. I always want to have our goals for the week. I always want to have everyone go around and tell me what their goals are so that we can be there for each other and help each other and know that we're setting goals for a reason. And I'm overseeing this whole aspect, but it's really up to them. They're in control of the situation, and what that is an example of is taking responsibility for themselves and holding themselves accountable. The second tip that I would give is to write things down. You can say a lot of things, but the act of writing them down can be pretty helpful. So say, tomorrow I will try to, finish the sentence, and hold yourself accountable. You want to write that down, whether it's in a journal, in a notebook, somewhere where you're going to see it, even in your planner, anything like that. Sometimes you'll succeed and sometimes you won't, but writing it down, by writing down what you hope to achieve makes it more concrete than simply just thinking it. The next tip that I would give is have a go-to person. This helps you on your quest to hold yourself accountable. Sometimes you need someone to help you hold yourself accountable because you're not quite at the point where you're going to be able to do that on your own. Sometimes you need assistance. A therapist is really good for this because while you're in therapy, you can talk about what it is that you need help with accountability for. And they can sort of direct you. They can set you off in the right direction. They're going to be able to follow up with you and ask you the next time, how did it go? Were you able to do this? Just telling them about what you are trying to achieve and how you are trying to hold yourself accountable is a really helpful tool. People really underestimate the whole discussion of holding yourself accountable. It works. Another person that can be good for this go-to person is a family member, a friend, or a significant other. It doesn't have to be draining for the other person. You simply have to say, for example, today is going to be hard for me. Try to keep me in line if I start to slip up. Or today I'm really trying not to starve, binge, purge, count calories, etc., whatever the case may be. And I just want to know I have your support. Simple as that. Sometimes the simple act of telling someone else what you're trying to achieve makes it more real, makes you more apt to follow through, and makes you feel less alone. Just knowing that somebody else knows what you're going through or what you're trying to do is enough of a push in the right direction. And remember that you are in control. Giving control to something else like numbers, a scale, other people, and above all, your eating disorder will only hurt you. If you want to take responsibility for your actions and for your recovery, you have to be proactive and you have to be real. Don't lie to yourself. It's really easy to do, especially when things get hard or you don't want to really face what's going on, but try to resist that and always be honest with yourself. And remember that tomorrow is always a new day. That never fails to be true. If you tried to stay accountable and you failed, you can try again tomorrow. Don't let tomorrow be an excuse, but don't beat yourself up for making mistakes. It happens to everyone. There's no such thing as perfect, especially in recovery. Learn not to blame things. Taking responsibility for yourself and holding yourself accountable can only happen when you stop blaming things around you for your problems. Do those things affect you? Yes. Do they harm you rather than help you? Certainly. But blaming them doesn't really get you anywhere. It gives you a reason to be the way you are. It validates your issues and your illness, but it does not help you. Help yourself. Learn to accept the things that you cannot change and take the power back into your own hands and change the things you can. It all starts with you. And that's my simple message for how to hold yourself accountable and what that really means, what that entails. It's a very simple concept. It's something that people overlook. It's a big part of recovery. You have to hold yourself accountable or you're simply not going to get very far. So I hope you guys have an excellent week. I hope you're all doing very well. And I hope this helped. I hope you find this helpful. So I'll see you next time.